Okay, hi everybody. My name is Leslie. We brought, no, stop. I know, I remembered my name. That is applause-worthy. We did bring a microphone and a speaker, but the wrong power cord was put with it, so we're going to have to project our voices. So if you could keep your stuff to a minimum, that would help me greatly, because I'll get laryngitis in about 5 minutes. We're all here for the Area Agency on Aging, long name. How many of you know about what happened like 2 weeks ago at the board meeting? Okay, not everybody. That's okay. It wasn't done totally in secret, but it was not done according to guidelines set forth by New York State. They want to decrease the agency by about half. They claim that there will be no disruption in services, no reduction in services, and it's hard to believe that that can be true. And that's more why we're here, is to basically educate you in what the agency does, because I know I didn't know until all of this came up. I had no clue what the agency did in general.
Could you introduce yourself?
Oh, sure. I'm Leslie.
Well, what is your role?
No, I'm just a person. I'm just a person. Yeah.
Concerned citizen.
Yes. Concerned neighbor, concerned citizen, worried constituent, however you want to look at me. So online on Facebook is where I learned about it 4 days before the meeting happened, and that's how most of us found out about it.
Yeah.
And
your supervisors.
Right. And it was in the agenda. They didn't make it secret that it was in the agenda, but very few of the supervisors actually knew that this was coming up for a vote. So were they remiss in not doing their due diligence as part of the board? I would say yes. That's not what this meeting is about. This is purely informational, so that everybody knows what it is supposed to do, what it's like in the day of a life of one of the outreach managers. And maybe at the end we'll get to what is probably going to happen, what you can extrapolate from all of the information as to how much the reductions are going to affect the services that they provide. A bunch of people did contact the state to let them know, because they have a department, New York State Office for Aging. I always call it NYSOFA. They sent, as soon as they heard about it, they sent every board member, including the chair and including the lawyer, copy of this letter that if you guys decide you want me to read out loud, I will. Otherwise, I can pass it. Okay. Along with a 136-page document, which I will not read. I know, I'm a chicken. That shows exactly what they're supposed to be doing for the next 4 years. It's called an action plan. And also a basic cover letter saying, we heard that you're doing this and you're not doing it right, so here's a reminder of what you're supposed to do. And if you don't do it, we're going to slap you on the wrist or something. Who knows what the state would do.
Lose your state aid.
Right. And which we will get to.
Yep.
Okay. Any restructuring of the Area Agency on Aging requires an Area Agency on Aging to complete and submit an amendment to be approved of a 4-year plan that a county submitted to the New York State Office of Aging in a program service change form prior to the implementation of that restructuring. This is what they didn't do. This includes changes to the organizational structure or any agency mergers or consolidations, which they're trying to do both. It also includes any major changes being proposed in the service levels, locations of service providers, access to service, types of services offered, or the manner in which the services are provided, which is what we are concerned about here. The Advisory Council review and public hearing. The Advisory Council has not been active for several years. That council is directly connected to the county. The senior council.
My understanding is that yes, they were active like all of last year.
Okay.
A schedule, at least last year, and I'm sure the year before. And they have the director of the Office of the Aging would set up a schedule for that year as to when they were going to meet, and they met each time.
Okay.
And in Health and Human Resources, Pat Pitsley, who's a county supervisor for German, I think, said that yes, she's on that committee, and yes, they did meet last year. So the advisory committee has been meeting. Have they done anything? I have no idea.
Okay.
But they have been meeting.
Okay, because in the January minutes, I finally found where I wrote it down, my notes. The January minutes said that it was not active in recent history and that it still needed a new super to be appointed or volunteered, whatever, to start it up again. I did hear that they had a meeting in January or February, but I don't know if they've had one since. It is New York State requirement that meets regularly. What regularly is, I don't know. You know, is that monthly? Is it quarterly? I don't have that answer. I couldn't find it.
Excuse me, the minutes, is that the County Board of Supervisors minutes in January of this year?
Correct.
Is that at the full board or a subcommittee?
That was,
HHS, Health and Human Services?
I think that was in the full meeting minutes that it was brought up.
Okay.
Let's see.
And you started to say that is separate from the Senior Citizens Council.
Yeah, the senior council is an independent council. It is not underneath anything within the county. It is not affiliated with the county. It's there to be a supportive measure for the county. So they also want an elected official on that as well. I don't think one has stepped up yet.
Yes.
Someone
The
has?
Coventry supervisors.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. When I saw it in the
she came to the
meetings.
first
I did.
meeting.
Okay. And then 5 citizens, and was there anyone else that was supposed to be?
Somebody from the Area Agency on Aging has to be.
Okay. So anyway, that has just restarted. That's going to be spoken about, so I'm not going to steal their thunder. I'm just going to leave it at that until she speaks. The letter also goes into the federal requirements, not just the state requirements. So I'm not going to bother reading subsection stuff. When a local government or another organization accepts the designation as sponsor of the Area Agency on Aging, it agrees to operate in accordance with federal statute and regulatory requirements. Important among those federal requirements is the requirement that the area agency must be operated solely for the purpose of the Agency on Aging. That means it isn't really supposed to do administrative work for somebody else or take overflow from another department. It's supposed to be exclusively for the Agency on Aging. Now, it can be put into an umbrella agency, which is what they want to do. So that part is not an issue. An issue is the number of employees that they were looking to remove, which is roughly half of the staffing. Okay, that is done. The area agency, once designated, is responsible for providing for adequate and qualified staff to perform all of the functions prescribed in this part. And that is that 136-page thing that you can look it up. It's a PDF on the NYSOFA website. Assuming that current staffing assigned to your area of aging is adequate, a similar number of staff would be needed to effectively meet existing program quality and regulatory requirements regardless of the auspice of the area of aging. Basically, if your people are overloaded right now, getting rid of any is not a good thing, is what that means. You can't cut without proving that your services will not be diminished. And it will have a full-time director, which is one of the positions they're trying to remove, and an adequate number of qualified staff. That unfortunately is subjective throughout the state. Some of the state have, over 100 employees. Some of the state only has, 5.
Lot of
Kind of thing.
volunteers.
Yes. And the rural counties really rely on the volunteers to make it work, no matter who it is, not just us. And Cortland County also heavily leans on volunteers. Okay, nope. A state or area agency may not delegate to another agency the authority to award or administer the agency's funds. I heard that. All of the funding received from the state must be used through the Agency of Aging. It cannot be used for anything else. And I'm going to give one tidbit that I know is going to be gone over by somebody else, another speaker. But the county budget for the agency is about $200,000. We get $1.5 million from the state. So the actual savings that the county will realize is most likely minimal, and we will be losing a lot of funding. Right. I heard that. So anyway, it ends with, hey, if you have any questions, just let us know. We'll be more than happy to help. So are there any questions about the letter? I can also, I only brought one copy, but I can pass it around so that you can read the full thing if you so choose.
Is there somewhere that we can look that up as well?
Not directly through the state, but what I can do is I'm recording this meeting, and I can't say when I'll have it edited. But I will post pictures of it and put it in the video and leave enough time so that it can be read within the video.
So will it be put on Facebook?
I will see if it'll take that big. It'll either be put on Facebook or like YouTube and then shared to Facebook. But yes, it will get there. And it will likely start in the Chenango County Civic Forum. Just so you know roughly, and it'll get spread, but just so you know, that's where I plan to post it first.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What is the senior council? Is that the same as the?
we're going to be
agency?
talking about that. No, totally separate. We will be talking about that. So which one of the speakers would like to go first? Since the senior council was discussed, do you want to?
I can.
Okay,
Sure.